Alright, I have quite a few asks now for things involving Freckles and Dr. Crane and some other things just involving Dr. Crane. Sort of concerning, 1, their relationship, and 2, the mercy killing. So I think I'll do some of the relationship ones first, and, like, most of those were sent by Helix, so give me a moment. Alright, here's one. Do either of them have the same taste in anything besides weed and men? They both like beer. Alcohol, probably. Then they also both like timber, and we actually, Caesar and I discussed how they should have, like, a timber and marathon or something, or if they ever get, like, really, like, shit-faced and high and drunk at the same time, they may end up in, like, Disney World, and, like, to cheer Freckles up, Dr. Crane would, like, buy him, like, a Jack Skellington stuffed animal. So, yeah, they like Tim Burton. So, yeah. I don't know, they're scarecrows. They like scarecrow things. Evidently, they both like cake, too. Typical scarecrow things, so they like cake and fear. Cake and fear are what they like. Alright, sorry, I had to do something. Now, Helix also asked, does Freckles have a scare beast? If not, would John do him the favor of warning him about the possibility? I had to actually ask Caesar this, because I wouldn't know if Freckles had a scare beast or not. Caesar said he doesn't know, or at least, if he is going to get a scare beast, he doesn't have one yet. If it ever comes up, Dr. Crane would warn him. Like, if you ever meet a woman named Linda, just don't avoid her, trust me. So yeah, he would warn him if it ever came up that Dr. Crane's a werewolf thing, basically. Which may actually come up depending on whether or not I have him turn into scare beasts in the near future, which I may. Alright. Next Helix question is, does their animosity spring from the fact that they're both cranes? Is it more personal than that? Probably a mixture of the two. John hates most other scarecrows until, like, proven wrong. I don't know, Freckles may be the same way. I think a lot of the animosity, though, is more the Dr. Crane still kind of associates him with hurting Scamp, and Freckles associates Dr. Crane with the flock and almost throwing him in the harbor. So right now they basically just... Their past few meetings haven't been too good, so they just kind of, like, don't like each other. I don't know. Probably a mixture of the two. Do they ever get into insult war? Alright, next Helix question is, do they ever get into insult wars, or does every confrontation nearly end in violence? For the time being, really only anything's ever been violence, but they'll probably eventually settle into, like, still violence, but, like, less real violence and more just, like, Freckles, like, elbowing Dr. Crane in the stomach, and, like, Dr. Crane sucker punching him for it. And then they'll probably both be too hungover to do anything further past that. It'll be both. Well, for one, their nicknames for each other are Cripple and Little Shit, so they'll probably insult each other quite a lot, and then it may just, like, escalate to some sort of physical violence, but probably nothing too intense unless they're really pissed off at each other. I don't know. Next Helix question. Do they feel a sort of camaraderie to one another? Like, I hate you, but I'll defend you if need be for the good of the family kind of thing. Yes, sort of. Good of the family, kind of. Good of the family is actually the reason why, sort of, Freckles doesn't want to kill Dr. Crane when Dr. Crane, like, makes him do the mercy killing. Because he's basically just going to be there like, if you die, it will destroy your family. It will destroy Scam. Probably a little concerned for Eddie by that point, too. And Dr. Crane's there like, I really couldn't care less right now. I'm sort of bleeding to death. I would love to not die, but that isn't an option, so just get on with it. But, so yeah, the good of the family is kind of why Freckles won't want to kill Dr. Crane. Reason why he hasn't already is sort of knows he's going to get murdered, but eventually they're just going to kind of settle into a mutual hatred for each other, where it will basically be like, I hate you, you fucking asshole, but you're my fucking asshole, so if anyone messes with you, they need to deal with me. Basically, sort of. They'll be Kismesis. If I didn't pronounce that right, I don't care. But yeah, they'll mutual hatred that's almost like a friendship, but isn't. It's a friendship built on hatred instead of liking each other. And so yeah, like, Dr. Crane will probably defend Freckles if he has to. Probably taunt him mercilessly for it, but yeah, odd sort of camaraderie. Liking each other without actually liking each other. It's, I don't know. Caesar described it, and let me try to find his quote. Here Caesar's quote is, I'm pretty sure the best summary is, he's the most loathsome motherfucker on the planet, and I hate him, but goddammit, he's my loathsome motherfucker. That's basically how they feel about each other. Like, they hate each other more than they hate anyone else on the planet, but goddammit, they belong to each other. So yeah, whatever the hell that means. Like, I feel like Troll Society would very easily be able to describe this. Humans are just, they're like, so you hate each other, but you're friends. But not really friends, mutual. See, they're Kismesis. They mutually hate each other, and it's intense friendship hate. But not real friendship. It's that. That's it for, like, the... Hold on, let's see, any other... Alright, now, still going on with things with the relationship, Caesar asks, thoughts / headcanons you haven't shared regarding Dr. Crane and Freckles' drunk / high road trips. Alright, I mentioned this, but I really want them to end up in Georgia at some point. I sort of want them to leave the country, actually, and just, like, wake up in Italy. Like, how the fuck did we get this far? Why did they let us on a plane? Did we steal a plane? Let's see. I'm trying to think of things I haven't already said about this. They will, for those who don't know, they will wake up spooning, like, nearly every time, and Freckles is Little Spoon. Probably an adorable Little Spoon. Let's see. I'm trying to think of things I haven't shared. I sort of like the idea of the Riddlers panicking, like, the first few times, and then eventually just deciding, like, fuck it, they're probably in California or something. They'll come home eventually. I like the idea of them switching clothes and, like, or waking up naked with each other, like, fuck, what did we do? I don't think we had sex. It doesn't feel like we had sex. So we're just naked for no reason. Wake up with injuries they didn't have before. Wake up in, like, a pentagram. I don't really know. Things I haven't shared. I'm trying to think of what we've said already. Next question. Anyway, sorry, got distracted there for a moment. But yeah. I don't know what should happen. I actually would kind of like it if one of their drunk high, like, things actually got them in trouble. Where, like, they kind of just had to rely on each other to get out of it. That would actually be really cool. Not really sure how we get that. I don't know, get them kidnapped by, like, Black Mask or something. Black Mask is my default villain to go to whenever I need to have Dr. Crane threatened. It's either Black Mask or Joker. Actually, I'm going to post something else. I'm going to add something else to this conversation, so hold on. Give me a moment. There, I just added something else I may add to this, or I could do in a different conversation. I just said I kind of want something involving this thing that will occur with Jason. But yeah. Drunk high road trips. Basically, I'm just willing to let those, like, just, anything goes with those, in my opinion. Except cannibalism. And bestiality. Those things should not occur. They should get into, like, a hungover altercation and then just give up. Like, attempt to murder each other and just be like, fuck it, too hungover. And just, like, collapse. Yeah, they could do that. Alright, I'm moving on. I don't know, I'll maybe think of more. Let's see. Will Dr. Crane ever admit that in a weird way he sort of cares for Freckles? Sort of going back to the, like, Kismesis fact that they hate each other but not really hate. I don't know, but Kismesis hate. Will he ever... I don't think he'll ever openly admit it, like, actively say, hey, I sort of care about you, but he would occasionally, like, show concern. If he thought Freckles was going to be injured, like, he'd probably, like, push him out of the way. He'd hurt anyone who hurt Freckles, probably, because sort of weird possession. Like, no, you're not hurting him. I'm the only one who's allowed to hurt him. Maybe the rest of the family if I say it's okay, but no, he's mine. So, I don't think he'd ever admit it, like, actually say to him, hey, I care about you, but he may, like, he could offhandedly, like, imply that Freckles is part of the family. Because he kind of is, or, like, a branched off member. You know, Eddie will drag him into the center. Freckles will basically, because he's gonna be with Scamp for like 4 years, and Eddie adores Freckles, so eventually Dr. Crane will basically be like, I guess you're in the family, fuck it. Let's get high. Yeah, so he'll imply it, and it just depends on whether or not Freckles notices it. That's basically how it'll be. Now, how would Dr. Crane, Caesar asked again, how would Dr. Crane react to an MA that turned Scamp and Freckles into women? Do not want? He'd probably be fairly freaked out by that. I don't know, just because gender changing MAs sort of freak him out a little, and I don't know, it made me okay with it, but a little weirded out by Scamp having boobs now and a female version of himself, which may remind him of Granny a little too much. But yeah, just kind of like, this is weird. I'm gonna kind of avoid you two until this wears off. This is weird. You have boobs now. I don't like it. So yeah, I don't know, if he had to deal with them, he'd be able to deal with them. The personalities would still probably be the same. It'd just be weird that now his son has boobs. Eddie would be all, I know you asked about Dr. Crane, but I'm gonna head in here. Eddie would just be all over. Eddie doesn't care. Eddie's like straight up pansexual. Doesn't matter. Boobs are good. Penises are good. Vaginas, yay. Dresses, perfect. Pants, no problem. He's just, yeah, let's fucking cuddle. And if you're human and have a pulse, Eddie will screw you. Pretty much is the moral of that story. Dr. Crane will not, however. And now... Yay, you people listened. I'm gonna do... I may do the Jason Asks separately, because I may just want to ramble about that too, and this is already like 16 minutes long. But I'm going to do the Mercy Killing Asks. Actually, I'll just do them now. I was thinking maybe do them in a different one, but I'll just do them now. So this will just be long. This will just be a long rambling one. I'll add the eye things too. Why not? Anyway. I may... maybe things open on my computer at once. Do things that are sort of related to each other. Reality Helix asked, does John, even as a ghost, ever wish it had been someone else who had killed him? And Anonymous asks, what will Dr. Crane's thoughts be when he dies by Freckles' hand? And I'm sure your people are probably expecting the answer to be something like yes, because he hates Freckles and doesn't want him to have the satisfaction of killing him, but the answer is going to be yes, because Freckles is a whiny bitch and spends like 6 minutes crying because he doesn't want to kill Dr. Crane because it's going to make Scamp sad. Well, Dr. Crane's just there like, I'm drowning in my own blood. Can you just kill me already? So his answer is going to... his thoughts as he dies by Freckles' hands will probably be either, dear God, hurry up, or finally. Will be his thoughts. More or less. And, yeah, Felix, he kind of wishes someone else had done it, more because he feels like if it had been anyone else, he may have been able to get them to mercy kill him a little sooner than Freckles, because by the time from the moment he gets shot, because he's going to get shot by a mugger, and really, I say Freckles kills him, but Freckles only delivers a killing blow. Really, Dr. Crane is dying because he gets shot by a mugger. And it's really the mugger's fault. It's not Freckles' fault. Freckles doesn't even want to kill him because he doesn't want to make Scamp sad. And also, probably weird Kismesis thing. I don't know, he's conflicted about this. He doesn't really want to do it. So really, Dr. Crane's killed by a mugger, and Freckles just, like, makes it so that he dies 15 minutes after being shot by the mugger instead of, like, 20 minutes after being shot by the mugger. But from the moment he's shot to the moment Freckles finally mans up enough to stab him through the heart with, like, an ice pick, is 15 minutes that Dr. Crane is dying in slow agony. And he's, like, in a lot of pain. So, basically his thought process as to why he would probably wish someone else had killed him instead of Freckles is somewhere along the lines of, I probably would have been able to convince someone else to do it sooner than 15 minutes. Like, maybe 5 minutes would have been optimal. Or immediately. Yeah, like, why couldn't the mugger have just shot me dead instantly? Hold on, my roommate is here. Hello. My roommate just walked into the room. I'm doing a voice recording thing.
Oh, hello again.
Hello. Vanessa says hello. So yeah. So basically, yeah, wish Freckles hadn't killed him. Now, Anonymous asked, how will John react to realizing he's a ghost? I don't know, probably just like, this is weird. He probably expected to go to hell, but, ghost works too. For a while, I think he is, like, in hell when he basically just needs to watch his family suffer, but, this thought process actually will probably be since his family will show up basically right after, right as Freckles finally does it after 15 minutes of whining. His thought process will probably be, oh dear god, they're going to kill him. Fucking idiots. But, yeah, how will he react to realizing he's a ghost? Ghosts. You can deal with it. Now, another anonymous asked, will Dr. Crane miss his son? Should have been more specific, he has like 20, but yeah, he'll miss all of them. But he'll be able to dream visit them eventually, so he'll be okay. Next is... well, let me just delete those. Okay. Alright. Alright. Next one with the ghost stuff is, will Dr. Crane's ghost... this is Caesar. Will Dr. Crane's ghost watch Freckles try to wash his blood off after the Marcy killing? He may be, like, checking in on Freckles at that point. After, like, doing the rounds with everyone else and seeing that they're all basically just crying, except for Eddie, who will probably, like, just go home, go to bed, and go to sleep. Because he's just kind of numb. But yeah, he might end up watching Freckles try to wash the blood off his hands and probably just be there like, I'm so sorry I did this to you. Like, I'm sorry I forced you to do this. I'm sorry. Sorry they hate you. I'm sorry you're suffering. Even though I hated you, I didn't want this. Because I don't think he expects that Scamp will just hate I think he expected them to be mad at first, but then kind of calm down once they realized that Freckles had no choice and that the alternative was them, like, all watching Dr. Crane slowly die. But no, Freckles will hate. No, Scamp will hate Freckles. And Dr. Crane will feel bad about that. So, yay, fun for all. But yeah, so that answers that. Alright, now let me reset my Ask Box for a moment and see that I have only two I questions. So, hold on. And making sure. Alright. Yeah, I only have two I questions, so Caesar asked me what fake eyes I can see Dr. Crane getting. Well, for one, he'll probably just have one that, like, matches his normal eye, and he'll just, like, use for day-to-day occasions when he doesn't want to be one-eyed. He'll also have an eye patch, like a straight-up pirate eye patch, so he'll probably wear that a few times. He may get some weird cat ones, reflective ones, maybe like a red one. I don't know. I'll only get a few. He may get an all black one. That'd be kind of cool. I discussed that there could be a possibility he'd get, like, a clear one so that you can, like, see into the eye socket. That'd be neat. I don't know. He'll probably just get a few. Try different ones out. Day-to-day one, though, will just match his normal eye. Still probably be creepy, though. And Anonymous asked, will Dr. Crane be scared of Jason a while after his eye is gouged out? Probably. He'll at least be very, very cautious. And probably pretty jumpy. Yeah, definitely. He'll be cautious and jumpy. Not just of, like, Jason, because Jason won't be anywhere near him, really. Jason will just still be off in Gotham doing his own thing, probably fucking up other people. But, like, Freckles probably won't be able to really visit alone too much, because he's kind of too much like Jason. Everyone will need to, like, kind of announce themselves and not approach from his left side. Eventually he'll get over, though, probably try to kill Jason, fail, and then Freckles needs to finish it. Which is sad, because brothers. But yeah, so probably some fear of Jason. Definitely a lot of caution. would probably mean arming himself a little more. And let me see, let me refresh my ask box again. And there are no more questions, and this video is 25 minutes long. So I'm gonna stop it here. Alright. Maybe I'll do another one. Who knows? I don't know. I may just do one with my own thoughts. I don't know. Or I may just go bug Caesar to write a fic. Pretty good. Alright, so see ya.